All right, we're going to jump into this. So, my name is Brandon Selden, and this is my self disclosure. Immediately on slide one, I chose to use the picture of Congress because I am a political science major with aspirations of one day working in the legislative branch. That's a photo of me on the right hand side, and on the left hand side are a couple of the key terms that I'm going to go over the next couple of slides. Self-awareness is defined as the ability to take an honest look at your life without attachment to it being right or wrong. There's a photo of me, 6 years old, doing the splits. Really wasn't sure what I was doing, but one thing that I did know was that individuality was important and it's okay to express who you are. Self-esteem. It's defined as a person's overall sense of self-worth or personal value. I started modeling when I was around 12 or 13 years old. Originally, when I was scouted because I had an indigenous look. At 12 and 13 years old, you're not the most confident person, and the individual traits that I had wasn't something that I took full reign of. So after having modeled for, 10 and 12 years, I really found my self-esteem within my own individuality. I've traveled the world, I've met people similar to me, and it's really opened up my eyes to the differences that exist. The photo on the far left and on the far right are print magazine shoots that I did on a clothing line. And the photo in the middle is a picture that I did, or excuse me, a campaign that I did for Swiss Gear, which is a luggage line. Ambition, defined as a strong desire to achieve a goal with the willingness to reach its attainment. Roughly 2 years ago, I started a fitness journey. Now, I did do this because of physical reasons, but long term, I'm doing this because what you put and what you fuel your body with is one of the most important things. I want to live a long, happy, healthy life. So one way that I can ensure that that happens is to make sure that my diet is properly rationed and that I am giving some type of physical exercise to my body. On the far left side is one of my favorite plates. It's French toast. Now I don't eat bread too often, but when I do, I love to throw some fruit on top of it, some cinnamon, lots of syrup. And I also ordered it with eggs. The eggs were scrambled with a lot of different veggies. The picture on the right hand side is divided on a collage. On the left hand side of the collage, I weighed in at 123 pounds. The picture on the right hand side was roughly 2 months ago. I weighed in 182 pounds. That's a little bit less than a 60-pound transformation of lean muscle. Investment. The sacrification of fund at present for the expectation that it will yield high return in the future. I currently attend Clark State, as you may know, but I also do have dual enrollment at Ohio Wesleyan University for law. Body language, defined as nonverbal movements and gestures that communicate interest and enthusiasm. Body language is so important for communication, especially someone that's going to be working in politics. My tone is important, my verbiage is important, but one of the most important things is going to be the body language. That's what people are physically saying. Bad body language is when your arms are crossed, your legs are crossed. It really just shows that you're shut off from the communication. You have no interest in talking about anything. That's why I always try to display open body language. I chose this photo because my arms are open, and to me, that expresses open body language. Love. The feeling of winning the lottery in a world made of chocolate with puppies that never grow big. It's that awesome. This is my significant other, Nick. During our anniversary, he's having one of his favorite meals, or his favorite desserts, excuse me. It's an espresso cake. Empathy, a feeling of understanding another person's experience and emotions. That's me. I'm the orange one. I might not fully understand where you're coming from, but I'm empathetic enough to your experience and your emotion that I can comfort you and communicate with you about it. Social comparison, using others as a standard and comparison to ourselves. We live in such a socialized day and age where people turn to social media for everything, and this meme depicts that perfectly. The person on the left is stating, I wish I was fit as her. The person on the right is saying, I wish I had a career like hers. Now, both of them are saying attributes or characteristics about one another when really they just need to be content. Yes, social anxiety, defined as social phobia where everyday interaction causes irrational anxiety, fear, or self consciousness. Now, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, I had chronic social anxiety. You would never catch me speaking in a public setting, not to an audience, anyways, because what I plan to do in the future, I had to overcome that challenge. This class has really helped to mold me as well as like my past experiences. I worked as a district manager for a company and I was so uneasy when I would have to approach other people and talk to them, whether it be conflict or just day to day interactions. It just made me uneasy. But now through this course and alongside my experiences, I don't have the same type of social anxiety. Because of wanting to work in politics, I have to be a voice of reason and I have to display opinions and emphasis correctly. I will be the voice of the people, therefore, I have to make sure that nerves are not getting in the way of that. And that was actually my last term. Thank you so much for tuning in.